Hey everyone, so do you remember when I played the VR Star Wars Immortal game? That was literally the coolest Star Wars game I've ever played, and one of the most immersive, if not actually the most immersive, because, well, that's the point of VR. In it, we got a lot of different things. We got the history of Mustafar, we got to go into Vader's castle and go beneath it, and we got to learn about Lady Corvax, which was a super cool bit. But by far the most interesting, for me at least, was to see the Black Bishop, which is the character's code name for whoever it might be, which we're going to learn much more about him in episode 2. Now this video is to give you guys an update on episode 2 because it's going to be extremely immersive just as the first one. The graphics are going to be even better, and it's going to cover more of the story regarding Vader and the Black Bishop, and of course you as the player in VR. Now the thing that they're talking about the most, and something that I want to highlight in this video, is this massive creature that we have never seen before in Star Wars, which just looks absolutely terrifying. It looks like a crossbreed between the Stranger Things, the Mind Flayer, and some sort of Rancor. Here's what StarWars.com has to say about the game. As for the fortress, deep underground, the castle belonged to Lady Corvax, a former ruler of Mustafar. In this new chapter, we learn a bit more about her story, run into some old friends from episode 1 who have been searching for us, and encounter a mysterious character we'd seen talking to Vader in his private chambers, whom we've nicknamed the Black Bishop. You'll have to explore for yourself to learn more. Enter the Darkghast. Along the way, expect to be faced with perils including the ghastly Darkghast, a new creature that bears striking resemblance to the ravenous Rancor kept below Jabba the Hutt's palace on Tatooine. It is definitely related and is certainly as dangerous. It's been lurking in the ruins, crawling around the fortress, and surviving on other creatures. But food is scarce, and it's hungry. The design definitely harkens back to that classic Return of the Jedi look, but with a twist. This is the first time that we really get to experience a large-scale Star Wars creature in VR, so I think we all wanted it to have a familiar feel while still being unique to Vader Immortal. Unlike its desert-dwelling cousin, the Darkghast has extra limbs to help it agilely traverse the underground terrain. Jung Yoon Choi, our lead modeler, gave the creature sections of hardened flesh, like the plating on a rhino, and added angry red markings like a Black Widow. One of our playtesters ripped her headset off right when she encountered it, and scolded us for not warning her it was coming. Once you meet the beast, you may just spend the rest of the experience and the day looking over your shoulder. Having that massive creature right in your face can be a pretty terrifying experience, and something you can only get while fully immersed in this way. And if you look carefully, you'll see some of her eggs as you explore. And in an upcoming chapter, episode 3, Snow says that designers are incorporating more of the creature's own backstory. You might even stumble across some graffiti that gives a little bit more of the creature's history if you choose to examine it. And then it goes on to tell us that basically beyond using a lightsaber and being Vader's apprentice, you get to now use the Force. And amongst those powers, you get to use Saber Throw, which is probably one of my most favorite Force powers in Star Wars. I used to abuse that power in Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast 2 online. So to me, this beast looks like it could either be Vader's pet that he keeps in there, or it's some malevolent creature that was put there. Well, really, I wouldn't know who would put it there other than Vader himself. Now, if Vader were to ever have a pet or a dog type of thing, this would be it. We know Anakin was very powerful in the Force, and one of his powers was the ability to communicate with beasts, or rather beast control. And Vader, no less, would be able to control this beast as well, I would assume. Now just imagine if he controls this beast, and then as we go on through the story, it eventually turns on you, and you have to kill it. Using your lightsaber and Force powers and dodging here and there, I mean, that would be very immersive and scary to say the least. With 4 arms and that massive mouth, kind of like a predator, I can't imagine what kind of terrifying visions this thing is going to give when it's in front of you, but when it comes out, I can't wait to document it and have some fun with you all, as usual. So let me know what you think of the new canon character, the Darkghast, that was created just for Vader Immortal, that resides under Vader's castle on Mustafar. Hope you all have an awesome rest of your day. Throw a like on this video if you enjoyed the coverage, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Fulfill your